Ever told yourself you'd watch just one TikTok? It's like eating just one chip. You can't. You open the app, and suddenly you're watching a cat play piano, then a wild conspiracy theory, then a dance challenge. Before you know it, an hour's gone. The magician, the algorithm in your phone. You're hooked. Fast, funny, always changing content keeps your brain on a high-speed ride. Now picture Monday morning, second period, history class. The teacher's talking about the agricultural revolution for 45 minutes. Important stuff, but your brain, fresh off TikTok, is restless. The pace feels glacial. No plot twists, no catchy music. Your mind drifts, craving that next hit of novelty. You fidget, check the clock, wonder if that cat's posted again. This isn't about bad students or boring teachers. It's a clash of worlds, a digital universe engineered for your attention versus a classroom built for a different era. The digital world is constant stimulation, instant gratification, endless novelty. Your brain's been on a bullet train. Now it's asked to stroll through a quiet park. The classroom, built a century ago, expects you to sit still, focus, and listen for long stretches. The park is beautiful, but your brain is still vibrating from the speed of the train. Slowing down feels impossible. The result? The classroom can't compete with the digital world's pace. The scenery is there, but your mind is still racing. This is the new reality for attention in the modern world. The question isn't who's to blame, it's how do we adapt, because the world isn't slowing down anytime soon. What's happening in your brain when you scroll TikTok or Reels? Dopamine. Every swipe, your brain gets a tiny reward, just like eating your favorite food or winning a game. These apps are dopamine slot machines, engineered to keep you swiping. The unpredictability, never knowing what's next, makes it addictive. It's the same principle as gambling. Variable rewards. Over time, your brain adapts to this rapid-fire stimulation. You crave quick hits of novelty and reward. Your attention span doesn't vanish. It gets rewired. You become a master of fast, 15-second focus. But there's a cost deep focus weakens. Reading a book or listening to a long lecture feels harder. Your brain, used to TikTok fireworks, finds slow learning boring. It's not a moral failing. It's how your brain adapts to its environment. The challenge is real, and it's changing how we learn. The traditional classroom was built for a slower world. Teacher at the front, students listening, textbooks and whiteboards, assuming everyone can focus for long stretches. For generations, it worked. But now, the algorithm is the real competitor. The algorithm is personal, interactive, and gives instant feedback. The classroom is standardized, often passive, and slow to respond. Students toggle between two universes: slow, one-size-fits-all school, and hyper-personalized, fast-paced digital feeds. It's like training for a marathon by only running sprints. The skills don't transfer, and sometimes they clash. The result? Restless students, glazed eyes, and the constant pull of the phone. Teachers aren't just competing with doodles. They're up against the most advanced attention-grabbing tech ever made. It's not a fair fight. The classroom is bringing a textbook to a digital gunfight. The gap is growing, and it's visible in every school. The question isn't whether the classroom can win, it's how it can adapt. Because the algorithm isn't going away. The classroom must evolve or be left behind. When students struggle to focus, adults often call it laziness. But blaming kids misses the point. It's like blaming a fish for not climbing a tree. Gen Z isn't lazy. They can focus intensely. Just watch them master a video game or create a TikTok. They script, film, edit, and perfect videos for hours. That's not laziness. It's a different kind of focus. Active, creative, and engaging. The real problem is a mismatch. Brains trained for fast, interactive learning versus schools built for passive listening. The education system still treats students as empty vessels to be filled. But today's students are creators, not just consumers. They crave interaction, novelty, and agency. When a student who can edit videos for hours struggles with a textbook, it's not a flaw, it's a symptom. Their brains want engagement, not passivity. Blaming them ignores the real forces at play. We're asking them to thrive in a system that no longer fits. The solution isn't to shame them, it's to rethink how we teach, because the world and their brains have changed. How do most schools respond? Ban the phones. Lockers, pouches, confiscation. If you can't see the phone, problem solved, right? But banning phones is a band-aid, not a cure. It doesn't restore deep focus, it just removes the obvious distraction. Students' brains are still wired for fast-paced digital hits. Teachers become phone police, creating tension and mistrust. Students get better at hiding their phones, not at paying attention. The phone isn't the disease, it's a symptom. The real issue is the widening gap between how students process information and how schools deliver it. The worst part of this mismatch isn't bad grades, it's what it does to students' self-esteem. Imagine being smart and focused on things you love, but unable to sit still in class. You try, but your mind wanders. You start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Adults call you lazy. You see others managing just fine. You start to believe you're broken. This chips away at confidence and leads to anxiety and stress. Students blame themselves, not realizing their brains are reacting to a system that doesn't fit. School becomes a source of anxiety, not learning. Some give up, thinking they'll fail anyway. Learned helplessness. The real cost isn't just academic, it's mental health. We risk a generation believing they're flawed, when really, the world changed and schools didn't. The system needs to adapt, not the students. Otherwise, we're failing them in more ways than one. If banning phones and blaming kids don't work, what does? We need to adapt education to fit the algorithm-trained brain. Start by rethinking lesson structure. Ditch the 45-minute lecture. Break lessons into short, varied segments. Mini lectures, group activities, quick videos, and discussions. This micro-learning approach matches the rhythm of modern attention spans. It's not about dumbing down, it's about making learning digestible and engaging. Make learning active projects, debates, creative assignments. Let students use their digital skills for academic work, podcasts, videos, digital collaboration. Give them agency and a sense of ownership. Learning should be a participatory sport, not a spectator one. Meet students where they are, using the tools they know. The goal: keep attention alive and make learning relevant. That's how you compete with the algorithm. Adapting lessons is only half the battle. We also need to teach students about their own attention. Schools should teach metacognition, how the brain works, how tech captures attention, and how to manage it. Include digital nutrition in health class. Teach healthy information habits. Explain dopamine, variable rewards, and how algorithms hook us. Give students practical tools, mindfulness, Pomodoro technique, digital detoxes. The goal isn't to ban tech, but to build intentional, balanced habits. These skills matter beyond school. They're essential for the modern workplace. If we don't teach them, we're not preparing students for real life. Help students become masters of their own minds, not servants to their screens. Knowledge is power, and it's time to share it. That's how we build resilient, focused learners for the future. The world has changed. Algorithm-driven attention is here to stay. Young brains have adapted, but schools haven't. Treating this as a discipline issue misses the point. It's an evolutionary challenge. The gap between how students learn and how schools teach is now a canyon. If we don't adapt, we risk alienating a generation and failing to prepare them for the future. The cost isn't just test scores, it's student well-being and self-worth. The solution? Courage to rethink everything. Embrace microlearning, project-based work, and metacognition. Use technology as a tool, not an enemy. Shift from blaming students to questioning the system. The final bell is ringing. This is a call to action. We must build schools as dynamic as the world our kids live in. It's time for education to evolve before it's left behind.